Hey everyone, it's Sherlock here. I'm still on the mend after surgery and battling a bout of COVID, so I've decided to use an AI voice clone for these guides. Hopefully you find it helpful. Today, I'm kicking off with some beginner tips for New World's latest archetype system to get both new and returning players up to speed. For more in-depth info, feel free to check out our website at newworldbuilds.com or reach out to us on the Gnomies Discord with any questions. So what's the deal with archetypes in New World? Well, unlike traditional MMOs, New World has always been about flexibility, letting you swap builds freely without locking you into a specific class. It's still true, but with archetypes, Amazon Games has given us more of a roadmap, guiding us into playstyles that suit different aspects of the game rather than leaving us to figure everything out ourselves. There are 7 archetypes to choose from, each with its strengths and weaknesses. We're going to look at Musketeer in this video and how you can leverage your build to transition into stronger meta builds for late game PvE, which is my specialty. Once I'm feeling better, I'll be back on stream covering fresh start servers and raid content, so stay tuned. Let's start with the Musketeer archetype, a great pick for players who enjoy precise, long-range combat with a touch of flair. Combining the musket for high damage shots from a distance and the rapier for agile, close-range attacks, the Musketeer excels in early game solo content while holding its own in group play. The musket gives you the advantage of picking off enemies from afar, reducing the chance of taking damage. It's great for open world questing where you need to clear multiple mobs without getting overwhelmed. Meanwhile, the rapier adds speed and burst damage for when enemies get too close. With the rapier's leeching flurry skill, you also gain some healing, which is perfect for those long fights without having to constantly use potions. As you move through the game, you'll want to start thinking about how to pivot into late game builds. While the musket holds strong in PvP, in PvE, you'll need more burst damage to handle dungeons and raids. This is where pairing your rapier with a magic weapon like the Ice Gauntlet or Void Gauntlet can really shine. These weapons give you utility, crowd control, and extra damage that complements the rapier's high mobility and DPS. For the rapier, focus on stacking bleeds with Tondo and finishing them off with Flourish and Finish for massive burst damage. The flurry skill is also key, especially when paired with the leeching flurry perk, which adds healing to each strike, keeping you alive in tougher fights. As for the musket, I'm not usually a musket main, so if you've got a better skill tree, feel free to share it in our Discord. When it comes to attributes, focus on dexterity early on to boost your rapier's damage, with a bit of intelligence to improve your musket. As you progress, pivot towards more intelligence to make the most out of both weapons, especially if you decide to switch the musket for a magic weapon in the late game. Don't forget to add some constitution to keep your survivability up, just enough to not get one-shotted in tough battles. Early on, you won't have access to the best gear, but look for perks like Vicious, Enchanted, and Keenly Jagged on your weapons to increase damage output. For armor, aim for light or medium weight to maintain your mobility, and try to stack perks like Enchanted Ward and Refreshing for better cooldown management and damage reduction. That's a quick overview of the Musketeer archetype. For more tips and a detailed breakdown of skill trees and gear, head over to our website or ask our community on our Discord. Keep an eye out for more archetype guides, and as always, drop a follow, subscribe, and come say hi on Twitch. It really brightens my day. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in Eternal.